think it's fair to say that the 3DS has been kind of lacking original games made for the console of a really high standard. But this Christmas has certainly turned that situation around. And earlier this month, we got Super Mario 3D Land, which was, in my estimate at least, absolutely amazing. And now we have received Mario Kart 7, which the both of us have actually been playing. But I think you should take the lead on this one.
Yeah, I played a lot of Mario Kart 7, and it's a good game. Probably one of the best Mario Kart they ever made. I think it's a good game for several reasons. Probably it follows a lot of what Nintendo did with Mario Kart Wii, because we have the same formula with 4 caps with 4 new tracks each, so we have 16 new tracks, and then 4 caps with 4 old tracks for a total of 16 old tracks. So 32 tracks.
Yeah, and it's kind of a best of from the previous games.
Yeah, the 16 old tracks are very good because they are the best tracks that Nintendo made in the previous games.
Agree.
Yes, but they've changed something, because first of all, you can fly. In this game you can actually fly, because there's an hang glider and you just soar around with it. And I don't know if it's useful to gain some speed. And
we've been discussing that, if it actually improves your lap times, but it is really funny to use in the places where it's implemented.
Yeah, and second of all, you can drive underwater. And that's crazy, because when you are underwater, it's difficult to handle the kart, because especially during the curves, when you're trying to get some speed by the
power boost.
Yeah, the power boosts are impossible underwater. I'm not able to do a single power boost when I'm underwater. Luckily, the underwater parts are very short.
Yeah.
And then you can customize your kart.
Yeah, and that's actually a new thing that they've added to the game,
That's completely new.
And we should also mention, when talking about the customization of the kart, that before you can do that, you have to pick up coins. And the coins, again, have been added to the game, which has been something I have really been missing. I can't explain why, but it's just, for me, such a huge part of the Mario Kart series.
Yeah, unfortunately you can collect only like 10 coins per race, so it's a long story to get all the things unlocked.
Yeah.
But it's very funny, and especially when you start to have many customizations, like different hang gliders. I have, for example, like a bat hang glider, which is actually changing the stats of your kart. So your kart is getting more fast, is getting, for example, better curves, and
yeah, it's not exactly Gran Turismo, I would say,
no,
but it is something added to the formula of Mario Kart. Also, you should probably mention the power-ups.
Yes, we have some new power-ups, like the leaf, which make Mario turns into a tanuki, which seems to be the power-up of the year, because it's the same great power-up we had in Mario Kart 3D Land. I'm sorry, Mario 3D Land. And
the Lucky 7?
The Lucky 7, which gives you every single power-up in the game or something like that. Amazing,
and even better that the Lucky 7, when you drive against someone else in online multiplayer, they can actually steal the power-ups from you if they're really, really smart, so that's just an added tweak to the formula as well.
Yeah, and one thing I have to mention is that when you're flying, you're almost immune to every power-up they're launching against you. So flying may be not useful to get power, to get speed, but it's useful to avoid that freaking blue shells that I hate.
Yeah. Also, it's really big on multiplayer, online multiplayer.
Yes, multiplayer is awesome. I played it a lot, and I also created myself. I created the Game Reactor community, which I invite you to join us. So someone should put here the code to enter in your console, and please join our community, because people from Sweden right now are winning everything. We need some more flags up there in the leading board. And what else? Well,
the 3D. What was your experience with?
Well, that's something very difficult to talk about, because I don't find any single game on the 3DS which uses the 3D in a useful way, except for Super Mario 3D Land, which is probably the only game which
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. It's amusing, but it's only a special effect.
Yeah.
I won't call it something useful. And above all, they've added the possibility to play in first person. You just see the steering wheel, but to do so, you have to use your accelerometer, your gyroscope, and use your gyroscope and the 3D effects. It's impossible, and Nintendo seem not to have understood it, because they keep on making us use the gyroscope with the 3D effect, which is just silly.
Rage.
Rage.
So, my experience with the game, as well as yours, has been really, really positive, and I would go as far as to say that this is probably the best Mario Kart I've played since the GBA version. I prefer the Super Nintendo and GBA versions, and it sounds kind of like it has been the same kind of experience for you.
Well, I have to be honest, I didn't play the GBA version because at that time I didn't have a GBA.
Fair enough.
But I think, yes, probably is the best Mario Kart for me as well. I loved Mario Kart Wii a lot. I love Mario Kart for GameCube, but this one is simply better than the previous two games. So I think I will race with Mario Kart many hours, and 2012 will be a Mario Kart year for me, because I'm really looking forward to beat those Japanese that I met online, because they are aliens, they're impossible to beat, and when you are able to beat a Japanese person, you feel like a super champion. So, oh yes, I did it. So, I hope to play a lot of Mario Kart next year, and I invite everyone to join us and play online, because it's simply the better way to play the game, the best way to play the game.